Okay, welcome in everyone. Thank you for coming in. We're going to start a brand new career. We're going to be a new farmer. Start with a balance of 1,000,000, no loans, normal economic difficulty on Riverbend Springs, no starting farm, and no intro tour. These are the mods I'll be using. We have some DLCs from the main pack, from the main game, and then just additional things. Quality of life things we have. Extended game info displays, so like temperature and stuff like that will be different. We have the water tank, so we don't have to, when we get a water tank eventually in game, we don't have to keep going to the river. Time-saving stock check, it'll tell us the best place and the best month to sell our goods, which one of the other guys I've watched on YouTube that plays this, that's what he uses. And then special offers, if there's anything in the shop, it'll pop up as a notification. No, nothing really too crazy. Okay, let's get going. So, I know I could set up here at the starter farm, but I really don't want to be down in this area, if that makes sense. Though, if I did do this area, with the amount of money I have, I could probably get a good amount of these, and then just lease things. Let's see, if I did that, there's wheat here, nothing on that one, and then there's canola on this one. So we could, technically, if I wanted to, I could start in this area, which wouldn't be bad. Now, I could start here, it's close to the town, don't really have to worry about long travel or anything like that. But, you do have this over here, which I could do, but I don't really like the layout over here. On my other playthrough that I was doing, I started up here, bought 33 and 32. So I could just stick with those. Go with what I'm familiar with and whatnot. But I could always do this area, because it's got a good amount of stuff down here for starting and everything like that. But I'm not sure. Because yeah, it does have some good stuff here. The barn's pretty nice. Easy to pull through. Store items in here. Good for that. Plus, if we buy this, we would have cows. Or bulls. To start. So I never thought about that before. So we could do that. Have two different types of crops here in an empty field. Or we go up here where it's probably what is it, potatoes? Sunflowers. I don't know if I want to start, like I said, I don't know if I want to start down here at the starting base, starting farm. Or if I want to continue with what I know I have done in the past and go up here. Because if I go up here, I already know for a fact I'm going to sell this. Because it doesn't really play any factors for me. And I'm going to keep the house, of course. I will say it is nice. When I started on my other one, that profile, this back here was potatoes. So it is nice to see that it's something else. It's just I don't know how I feel about sunflowers. So I might pick this one again, but it's sort of, since I've done it already, it's a little repetitive. So not sure, not sure. Because like I said, there's this one over here, but that's also almost that's 3/10 of my money. And it's corn. It's something I've never actually dealt with in the game yet. So there's that. But no biggie about that. Uh, and you got a good starting area. You got some buildings and whatnot down here. This greenhouse, which I probably wouldn't keep because it's for rice. So this is an option, but I'm thinking I don't want to stick with the repetitiveness I've already done. So I might just go down here and buy Walter's place. Which makes sense because he is my grandfather in the game and everything, so I could replace him, take over the family business as the one version of this game, which would have made sense if I had started that way instead of start fresh. So, no, I'm gonna go with the one that I know, just because I don't want to be at the family farm. You know what I mean? Want to branch out a little bit. So, we're gonna go ahead and buy this. It is $350,000, so let's see what's available here in the shop. So can't use that. This is for transporting logs, don't need that yet. This would be ideal, it's cheap. It's 51% off, so that actually would be nice. So I wouldn't have to worry about getting that. Because if I look at regular trailers, I might have, yeah, I went too far. That same one is normally 71.5. So I get a pretty good discount on it. Can hold 38.6 to 44.5 meters 3. I forget what the M to the third power. So that can hold a lot. It looks like it can hold a lot of things. So I might get that. And I know some people are probably like, well, why are you waiting? Why don't you know what to do? I'm trying not to. Right now, I don't want to take a loan. So there's that. Uh, let's see. This is 125. See, if I'm going to do anything, I should buy just that first. But you need a starting base. So I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to buy this. That way I can actually have something, have my own land. Now we're going to go here. Construction. As I said, I'm going to sell that one building. Because for me, this is a no-go. I'm not going to use this farm barn at all. We will keep this grain bin. This little building right here, we're going to sell. And then back here, we have a small shed that we're also going to sell. So, honestly, if I'm not going to use them, I'm going to get rid of it. Like this is a pain to try and get anything in. So I'm also going to sell this. That way I have this area open right here. I'm happy with that. We got our sunflowers. So let's go back down here. Now, if I recall correctly, it said these were ready to harvest, or no? They're still growing, so not ready to harvest. So, let's see, let's look at shop again. Ideally, it would have been nice. Oh, there's new item. Seed crops, barley. So seed crops like wheat, barley, or canola. Additionally, a seed or off is possible to seed directly. No cultivating or plowing is necessary beforehand. So that's actually pretty good. But I feel like I don't need that yet. Plus, I need to have something that can have 270 horsepower to use it. A shallow cultivator. Okay. I'm actually really liking this. Now, usually it's good to have two tractors, one that you can do odd ends, and then one for your main jobs. So, I'm just looking. I don't want any of these super small ones. John Deere is nice. No, no. I do want something that can have a front loader attachment, so that is a key. But I don't want to spend a crap ton. So if I get this John Deere, I can have the front loader attachment. That's 14,000, so I'm not going to worry about that. I don't need a plate. So we're just going to stick with standard wheel setup, 3-point attach, the quickie front loader attach. We're going to buy this because we are going to need it. We do need the front loader attachment. So how much horsepower did this tractor I just get have? It's got 116. Oh, my bad. Wrong button. So that requires 180, 120. So we'll go with this cheap one. Design color, main color. It's a John Deere, so it only makes sense that you go there. Now you could go John Deere yellow, but I don't like that yellow. So I'm going to actually go black. I'm going to buy that. Front loader tools. We will need a pallet fork eventually, but we will need this bale spike also. So for now, we're just going to leave those. So I do need some trailers. Now I know there's another trailer somewhere that I've had before. For some reason, it doesn't show up in the actual trailer section. Ah, here's what I'm looking for. This little guy. So I don't need that on the front. Don't really need the extension at the moment. So I'm not going to do the extension. Main color, oh, I'm not doing a cover either. Main color, we're just going to go black. No, actually, let's go John Deere green with the rim color of black. No license plate. I don't know why it keeps giving me this option. I like how that looks. Now with that, we have something that we can put some stuff in. So I'm going to buy the pallet forks, the bale spike. I'm going to buy a universal bucket. And I think for now that's all we'll get. Now I know if I hit tab, I can go in here. As you can see, I just driving in there, like, let me in. Now I just left side, open that, disconnect. This is the part of the game that I find a little annoying, just because I'm not the greatest, I have bad eyesight, but I know there's mods out there where I could have been like, oh, okay, I'll just do this, and it'll auto-load for me and stuff like that, but I didn't want to take the easy route out, you know what I mean? So you might have to bear with me as I try and get things lined up and everything. But yeah, right now, so we're getting these materials together. Once we get them to the farm, we are going to look at what contracts are available, because early game, that's the best thing to do in my opinion. Plus I still need to buy one more tractor. A little too low on the forks. Okay, that's good, this loaded up. Now we're going to baler. Now luckily with that, I can just leave that there. I don't need to put it in the back as I run into it. I'm so sorry. Close that. Move those things down, and let's get going. Now I know there is the ferry, but I don't want to wait for it to come back across, so I think I'm just going to take the long route around. Okay, for now we're just going to park it right here. Disconnect. Now let's look back in the shop. Nothing has changed here. Like I said, this would be a really nice trailer to have. Though looking at it, its capabilities, I don't think I saw sunflowers in it. So, oh, it does have sunflowers, so it would be good to buy. Let's just look at it. So I can get it without the extension. I can always add it back later. Um, and then if I'm going to do a color, I like the black. It looks more sleek. So I think I'll buy it just because it's on sale. It's normally a lot more. Now, I do want to look into a medium tractor as well. I already know it's going to be this one. Yes, I know I'm going to probably 210 is good right now. Front mounting. If I do front weight, it's nothing. I'm gonna put that there. Standard. Might be easier if I had that, but I'm not going to. Sky view doesn't matter right now. Interior design, we'll stick with that. We will give it a front loader attachment, just in case. We're not going to do that because it's so much more money. I do want to change the color. I think we'll go onyx black. Rims will be black as well. All black machine. Love how that looks. And once again, I do not need a license plate. Okay, now we have something to tow that. We're also, while we're in the shop, gonna buy ourselves a chainsaw. Because eventually we'll end up using it. Cut down some trees. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to buy a weight, but we can wait for that. Let's see. Eventually I'll buy some of these, but I'm not going to at the moment. So now we're just going to go down here and pick this up. And just to make things a little easier, we're going to set destination, have it drive up to here. Drive to here. So it should come into this field up here.